Previously on Raider Power, Texas Tech football.
I think Raider Walk it's something different, but it also involves the fans a lot more into what we're doing as a football team. It makes them feel like they're a part of it, and they're as much a part as anybody. And it's really, I think, going to help our players because they can now see the excitement that the fans have, and it carries on into the locker room, pregame warm-up, and then into the game.
To his right, throws, and a big hit knocks the football loose. It was Cody Davis that knocked it away.
If you play special teams, you take pride in it. It's more important than anything we do.
Special teams, people misunderstand it because special teams, that tells a story. That is the heart and soul of your team.
High snap and blocked. The kick is blocked by Aaron Crawford.
It is a privilege to be on special teams. We call it the big eye in the sky. Once we start watching the film that was filmed at the game, we film it from several different angles. They can, there's no excuses.
If there's a dispute, if a kid wants to argue, say, well, I did this way, or I did go hard. Well, you say, well, no, you didn't. And you can say, well, let's go in and watch it. When you come in, video evidence doesn't lie.
The visual part of it is very huge for us. Kids learn better, I learn with not only doing it, but seeing it, and then doing it again.
We try to make all the corrections, and once we're finished watching that film, that game's done, over with.
Accountability.
Discipline. Family.
Texas Tech would begin their Big 12 conference slate as host to the University of Texas. The sellout crowd was stunned as the Longhorns jumped out to an early 2-touchdown advantage. But the Swarm defense answered the bell and rose to the occasion to spark a Red Raider rally. The stingy unit would drum up Texas Tech's first points of the contest.
Wide left, Davis, and Goodwin wide right. And back to throw is Gilbert throwing right. It's batted up in the air. It's intercepted by Phillips at the 15, the 20. He's almost knocked down by Gilbert, but he isn't, and here he goes. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Red Raiders.
A spirited effort by the swarming Red Raider defense kept the Longhorns scoreless for the remainder of the half.
Go. Hey, right there. There you go right there. Yeah!
Down by 7, the offense would rev up.
Here you go. NASCAR. Score.
Lob pass left side of the end zone for Leon. Touchdown Red Raiders.
A 6-play, 68-yard drive culminated in the game-tying 15-yard touchdown reception that electrified the Jones Stadium crowd. The Red Raiders erased a 2-touchdown deficit. However, UT tallied 10 unanswered points in the second half as Tech slipped to 2-1 on the year.
Red Raiders lose it 24-14 to Texas.
We can't play any worse than that right there, guys, on some parts of the ball. Y'all know that. I don't have to tell you that. We can't coach any worse than that. So we've got to keep putting it together, keep getting better. This is about team. It's not one person in there lost this game. Not one person. To win championships, everybody has to play together. Everybody has to take the credit or the blame for what happens. We all accept it. We all keep going. Being this is a team sport, you have to play well, and you have to play well together. Get your heads up. Be proud of some things that you did. Understand what you did wrong. That's the reason you practice. We watch film tomorrow. We learn from it, and we go from there.
It all starts right here, okay? Obviously, we didn't do enough during the week to get ourselves ready to play.
At the end of the day, I'm responsible for the end result, and anytime we don't perform well, I'll take responsibility, but also challenge them that they've got to take responsibility for what they didn't do right either.
We got to learn from it and then get better, all right? We can't play any worse than we did tonight. Can't coach any better than we did tonight, any worse, all right? You understand me?
You got to move on. There's nothing we can do from the time that Texas game ended. There's nothing we can do to correct it. We did not play well. We're aware of it. We've got to correct the mistakes that we had during that game, but we got to move forward.
This is a learning mistake. We're going to look back at it the end of the year and say that was an eye-opener. Does everybody understand that? All right, you understand me? Okay. So look, I want it hurt tonight. I want it hurt tonight. When we come back tomorrow, it's over. It's done. Okay.
You can't look back. We're 2-1 right now, and all we can worry about is Iowa State, and try to make corrections and try to build upon what we didn't do correctly at Texas and how we didn't come through in crucial situations, and make sure the next time we get an opportunity that we take advantage of those. Number one thing I'm looking for out of everybody that plays in this room is accountability. All right, accountability to yourself and to your teammates. All right, it's been lacking. All right, it's been lacking the first 3 weeks. We've really talked about accountability. Doing your job to the best of your capabilities, and doing it because you care about the guy next to you.
You know, the thing about football is it is truly a team sport. I mean, everybody's got to be on the same page. For an offense to work, 10 guys doing the right thing, one guy doesn't do the right thing, you're not going to make any progress.
Our job from now is to get better and make sure it doesn't happen. All right, we got plenty of good enough players, we got plenty of good enough coaches, and we will not have a repeat of that performance on Saturday night. Okay? Everybody in here, do your job and be accountable. During the off week, we had really good practices. We started this week with really good practices.
Yo, that's better, Ben. Hey, Ben, just like that every time. That was good. That was good. This should be a good route for you.
So I think we're on the right track, but we won't know for sure until 6 o'clock on Saturday night at Iowa State.
We're working really hard. There's some mistakes we got to get corrected. We got to catch the ball a little bit better. Okay, and there's some mistakes that we're making we can get corrected. But if we play with that effort, then we're going to be in good shape on Saturday night. Okay, we'll be in good shape.
It all comes down to one thing. We're a team, and if you go back and look at last week, the things that we did that forced us not to win that game was a lot of mental mistakes. And I think we've had adversity even in winning. We've had guys make mistakes, crucial mistakes, and we were good enough to overcome that. In our third conference game against Texas, you can't make the mistakes that we made and have a chance or opportunity to overcome that. Turnovers and penalties and mistakes like that. They keep you from winning. If we're going to have success, everybody's got to be on the same page. Everybody. We're going to stress the team aspect of what we're doing every day. I think that's the biggest hurdle that we have of getting this team over the hump. But again, 90% of you are doing great, and we're getting better, and that's 90% that's going to win games for us. And so that's what we're going to continue to do. And we'll probably have some more setbacks if we don't, get everybody on that same page. And it's not because of lack of effort. It's just new things and learning a new terminology and everybody executing the right way. So let's get on the same page and let's be smart. One thing we need to start doing as a football team, when we're playing a game and we're practicing, we got to be a smarter team. We got to be a smart football player. Everybody's got a job to fulfill, and if we take that with a positive attitude and go in the game, the more things that we do right on the field gives us a better chance to beat the team that we're playing against. So we got to do that this week. Now, plans this week, we're going to practice the rest of the week. You'll get Saturday off. We're going to work against each other. We're going to work on fundamental and technique. And Sunday, we'll come back and start the game plan for Iowa State. But on special teams, offense and defense, we got to get better. In the first 3 weeks, had some very good attempts of guys really doing the right thing, playing together. But we had some that just made mistakes. Let's get better this week. Get back to class. Those of you that have tests, do well. Don't get behind. We've got another game coming up this week. And so what we've preached is consistency and team play and camaraderie and everybody depending on each other to get the job done. And we're going to get better and we're going to win championships. So let's hit the ground running today and let's get better. Any questions? All right, let's go to work.